Hello, good evening and welcome to a special edition of All About Sport. I am here in Lanesborough for the launch of Ciaran Mullooly's book launch, Back to the Future. I'm delighted to speak to RTÉ broadcaster Marty Morrissey. Marty, thank you very much for speaking to us on All About Sport. You're a very special guest tonight in a very special location for a very special person indeed.
Well, Louise, thank you very much for saying that, but I am far from being a special guest. I'm just a friend of Ciaran Mullooly's. He's a great colleague. I'm delighted to be here tonight in Lanesborough. And it is a special event because the book itself, Back to the Future, is a wonderful read, about 23 essays about Ciaran Mullooly's private, personal life in terms of his childhood, one of 6 children born to Dan and Molly Morrissey. And of course we know him as a national figure, Midlands correspondent, great journalist, one of the best in the country. So it is no bother. I'm just delighted to be asked to launch his book here in Lanesborough. I believe it's the 14th launch. That's a joke, by the way, Louise. But I believe there's a wonderful reaction to the book everywhere he's been, and rightly so, because in terms of his role as Midlands correspondent, he is a pivotal figure in this part of the world, both locally and nationally, and certainly for all of us who work in RTÉ, we greatly admire Ciaran Mullooly.
Marty, media is changing now very rapidly, and the worldwide access must leave a big change in the way presenters inform the world.
It's very much a changing world, Louise, because once upon a time you'd wait for the local newspaper to come out, or you'd wait maybe for the 9 o'clock news. And I know, based on the audience figures that RTÉ have alone, they're huge figures. People do wait for the 9 o'clock news, but everything is much more immediate now. Social media has changed everything. Everything is instant. You have 24-hour news, whether it be CNN or Sky or any of the others that are around. But it makes it more difficult for us as journalists, be it news or sport, because as it happens, it's now on Twitter. And indeed, as you know yourself, Louise, players retire by announcing their retirement on Twitter, where before you or I might be told that we might be able to do a feature, which I would like to go back to those days, because at least we can acknowledge the great players. But social media has changed everything, and it's a very different world, and it's much more controlled, or at least organisations try to control more. So you need top-class journalists like Ciaran Mullooly to get behind the scenes and bring you and I and the people of Ireland the stories.
With technology moving into sport, you must have seen a lot of changes with the use of Hawkeye and various other assists. And to report, would that help in reporting key sports events?
Well, I think the advent of Hawkeye has been a huge bonus, particularly in Croke Park. I think we'll see more of it as Hawkeye is going to Thurles, I think, next year, and around different parts of the country. It'll have a bigger impact, and rightly so. When you consider, particularly in the GAA world, the amateur players, they contribute so much, they give so much. The referees are amateurs as well, and they have a split second to make a decision, while us, doing commentary or reporting, have different camera angles to see what it's all about. So to have, that's where technology is a big plus. It helps crucial decisions, whether a ball is wide or over the bar or in the back of the net, whatever it is. That to me is a welcome bonus, particularly to the GAA.
Well, Marty Morrissey, thank you for taking time to speak to us on All About Sport and from a packed school here in Lanesborough. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, Louise. Delighted to be on your programme again. Hope all is well down in County Cavan, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
So that's it from All About Sport from Lanesborough, and make sure to go out and buy Ciaran's book in all good bookstores across the country. It's goodbye from me, Louise O'Reilly.